Hello YouTube, Tolstoy Kafkaevsky here, doing another late night video, from my computer, the computer top thing, shelf area. Yeah! Well, I guess I'm gonna call this one another movie talk night thing, except for this time I did not rent the movie, so I can't even show off and, gesticulate with the case. So instead, I'll just gesticulate with this Starbucks coupon. No, wait. This calculator. That's not what I'm gonna do. No. I saw two movies, one on a recommendation and one on, I just wanted to see it. And I didn't rent them, but I also did not see them illegally on the internet. Wink. Hint, hint. Anyway. So, the first one was someone who actually recommended this to me. It was really weird. It was a horror slash yeah. It's a whatever it is called Teeth. For those of you who are easily weirded out or think that weird sexual stuff is weird, you might want to turn off the YouTube now, because that's what we're talking about. Basically the whole thing surrounds, it's a horror movie surrounding the concept, which is an old Freudian concept of men who had nightmares about women whose genitalia was, how do you say, Venus flytrappy. The official term, which, when the guy said it in his message to me, like, you should see this movie because it has, I'm like, I never thought I'd ever hear anyone else talk about this. Vagina dentata. Which means okay, so basically it kind of centers around that, but obviously that's not the major theme of it. The themes include the thing about it is that my little review of it is this, that the way that it was done, the subtlety, the acting, the camera work, the writing, everything about it was pretty brilliant. At some points it get kind of weird and stupid because you're making a movie about a killer set of genitalia. But they really went about it in a really fascinating, interesting way. The whole of the movie is really great. Unfortunately, I think the themes are kind of... Well, I just disagree with it completely. I mean, it's like the character, like, for example, character starts off, is very... The character's not a static character. She's a, dynamic character, and the way that they make the alteration from, you know, what she is before to what she is in the end of the movie is very brilliantly done. In the beginning of the movie, by the way, spoiler alert, I don't know, you might want to, if you don't want the movie spoiled, whatever, I'll try my best. In the beginning of the movie, she is this, you know, what's the word, some kind of crusader for, you know, sexual abstinence and, you know, pure thoughts and stuff like that, and near the end of the movie she becomes more conniving, if you will. She tricks a few people into having sex with her so that she can... yeah. And the transformation was actually very good, and all the acting was pretty good, and it was all pretty nobly done, except for the commentary that they're trying to make on, like, you know, the fact that she's all, like, what's the word, you know, it's the same old, you know, song and dance, the bullshit about, oh, Christians were just backwards-minded, stupid folk, and, well, they may not be saying that, though. It may just be saying that those types of Christians that choose to, like, what's the word, sexually pent up themselves and teach that, like, God would have you, like, burn in hell before you ever have sexual thoughts. I suppose they could be a commentary against them. A better example is perhaps the subtlety with which they try to suggest that the reason that this girl is like this is because of the nuclear power plant in their town. In the background, you keep on seeing the nuclear power plant stacks and such, and basically, you know, they may be attributing it to that, and it's very subtle and brilliant the way that they do it. But unfortunately, I just don't believe that way. In fact, personally, I believe that nuclear power could pretty much, you know, save us. We could all be driving around in electric cars powered not by coal, like it is in my plant, where... I'm sorry, not like it is in my plant, like it is in my state, where everyone has lung cancer, basically. Enough of that again. So go see it, definitely. I mean, unless you're like really squeamish or backwards minded and you think that here is sexuality, here is art, the two shall never mix. If that's you, I guess stay away. If it's not you, definitely see it. Mixed reviews. I can't tell you if it's right for you or not. It's really weird. Next thing was this Japanese horror film, which is pretty popular, I know. Really old, but not really old. 1990, 2000, yeah, and it's called Audition. I kept screwing it up and thinking, like, tryouts? Tryout? Stalk me? Audition? Simply put, Japanese stalker woman, finds this one guy, stalks him, tortures him, kind of like supposed to be like Saw or Hostel. My review, people are like, I read reviews on Wikipedia saying, or, bits on Wikipedia saying that several times in showings across the world, people were walking out saying this is evil, this is sick, and I'm like, the camera cuts away at all the good points. It's really just, yeah, I respect the fact that they tried that. It takes a long time getting in. It's an hour and a half of them talking, and then like a 15-minute shot of like, someone. Here you go. The stabbing sequences are like, they're like that cheesy. It's like the old punching sequences on Star Trek, if you've ever seen that, where Captain Kirk goes to like punch somebody and he basically goes like that. I'm like, yeah, okay. So those are my movie reviews. I haven't done a YouTube video in 4 days. I did return that camera. There's a whole bunch of YouTube ideas that I had and stuff that I want to do, and I'm probably going to do one tomorrow too because I had a good idea, and I've got things to attend to. It's just, my life has been pretty hectic. It was my brother's birthday, and we actually went to like the Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C., and we also went to go see these bodies in Baltimore. It's like this body exhibit where they have like people, like old people who are dead, formaldehyde preserved and splayed open. There's even one of a pregnant woman cut open so you can see the child inside of the womb. It was a little depressing knowing that she died during pregnancy, but it was interesting. And besides that, I've just this last weekend I went through a bout of, I don't even want to talk about it. It felt like my heart had a fever or something like that. Like I was just feeling mentally sick. I wanted to sleep the whole weekend, but I couldn't. And so I've been, every which way, and there's just more crap rolling my way, so I'm going to try and deal with that. And I just felt like making a short YouTube video because, I don't know, okay, how much time do I have left? Sweet, I have a minute. Yeah, here's what I want to say. Well, I have time, because I'm just making this one random. I could call this randomness, but no, I'm going to label this under my movie reviews. But while I'm here, let me just tack on this. Wow, getting a lot of fanatical messages on my, thing. This time, just encouragement about what we should do. Some of you were talking about merchandise. Like, someone said I should release a DVD. A little high. Someone called me Master. That's kind of weird. Okay, DNFF, no, Mususa, that's your name. The Great Tolstoy. Man, you guys are rabid. I would think about releasing, I don't know, it's not impossible to make t-shirts. Me and a friend, the girl next door, once made t-shirts. I don't know how much it would cost to get printed, but prove to me that you guys would spend money on a Tolstoy t-shirt. I might look into it. I know it's not impossible to get t-shirts made. Companies do it all the time, but if you guys were willing to purchase Tolstoy crap, I might produce it. I don't know how egotistical that is, or insane that is, but hey, that's up to you guys. But you guys gotta give me the go-ahead. Leave a little message saying I'd do it. If enough people say yes, then I'll find a way to... Tolstoy t-shirts, are you sure you want? The big logo says, holy crap, Batman, with my face like... Okay, goodbye.